Warning to my viewers, I've recently installed a new string. It may go out of tune. Listeners, whatever. Let me play my song. You're gonna love this podcast. You're gonna love this podcast. You're gonna love this. You're gonna love this. You're gonna love this podcast. All right. Yeah. Welcome, guest Switchy. Do the mic.
Switch it back.
Yeah, the thing.
Oh, it's so hard.
There you go. Welcome, everybody, to You're Gonna Love This, episode 32.
32. Wow.
That's right. The 32nd podcast. The oh boy, I believe that is 1000 in binary. Maybe an extra zero on there.
You are a computer scientist.
I sure am. Welcome everybody. I'm gonna just from now on the episodes are gonna be written the numbers in binary, and you gotta.
Oh, that's gonna be terrible.
Everybody's gonna hate it. They're gonna say you're on episode 10,000. First, they're gonna say you're on episode 10,000. That's amazing. Bullshit / that's amazing.
More trusting.
Guys, if you recognize that voice, first and foremost, thank you. Like, that's the first thing I have to say, because that means that you, well, I guess all that means is you listened to at least the first episode in this one. Hopefully.
Which is a weird two to choose, unless you're like my friend. That's a weird, like, listening to the first one, sure.
Yeah.
That's a good
and then
starting
just
point
stop.
for anything. Why'd you pick back up at 32?
My hope is that people who recognize that voice listened throughout.
Sure.
Started at 1.
And that was super memorable.
They went, let me store that voice in the back of my head. First of all, that was an incredibly memorable episode of the podcast. Best one, I think most people would say. I'm not criticizing you, I'm criticizing myself right now in jest.
Critics agree.
Critics agree, though. Jake Betterman is here.
Hey.
Oh, God. Welcome, Jake.
Thank you.
I told you before the podcast started, this is a little bit of a format change, this episode.
So it's like number one all over again.
A little bit, yeah. And, it'll be nice to show you how much better I am at writing songs than I was on yours.
Sure. Even just that intro song you just did, that was close to the perfect song for me in its own right. Like, that was really... I loved that.
Great. With that segue, I think that's a perfect reason why I am introducing a change to the rating system on You're Gonna Love This.
Oh, boy.
From now on, there are 3 ratings on You're Gonna Love This.
Cool.
Perfect.
Okay.
Terrible. Somewhere in between. Those are the 3.
That leaves a lot of open space in that third category.
That third category. You know what? And that's true. Also, perfect and not perfect covers the same range there, buddy. That's the same exact range. If you go terrible is all of the bad stuff, perfect is the most perfect thing.
Sure.
Somewhere in between. It still covers the same thing. I don't want to talk about it too much. I want to leave it. That's the new rating system.
We'll get into
it's a psychological thing. We got a segment on You're Gonna Love This. That's an exciting difference between when you were on and this time.
And I will admit,
I
haven't listened to the podcast, not because I don't want to listen to your podcast, because I don't want to listen to any podcasts.
That's fair.
It's such a time suck.
Yeah, no, it is a time suck. I will say that it's actually I'm going to do it in the segment. So this segment is called "You're Gonna Love This," which is the name of the podcast as well. In this segment, I introduce a guest and listeners to some new music. This week, I showed my guest Jake Cucumba, Maccabee Medical Mondays song Cucumba.
Yes.
It was a beautiful reggae introduction to all of the uses for a cucumber.
Yeah, it was. It was, I think, good
and informative.
Very shockingly informative.
Right. You didn't think there were so many things.
He's a doctor?
I don't know, because I mean,
he knew a lot.
Yeah, it would be bigoted to assume that he's not. I would say.
I think it's safe to assume nobody's a doctor unless they're like in a hospital and we're in a lab.
As long as that's your assumption.
Yeah, assume generally no people are doctors because that's a lot.
You know, I like to. I'm an optimist. I like to say
like they're probably
everybody's probably a doctor. Is the way that I approach the world.
Cool.
So you know, it feels safe that way. You know, you're on a plane. Sure. Somebody starts choking. You're like, it's fine. Everybody's here is a doctor. We'll figure this out.
Because that shit happens. People get in medical emergencies on planes.
Yeah.
Is there always... I mean, not like the airline didn't like supply a doctor, but just like by the numbers, is there usually a doctor on a plane?
You know, I feel like this is a bad way to start a podcast, but I have bad news to tell you, Jake. That's... Okay. Sometimes, if not often, people die on planes, and I'm sorry to tell you this news.
And that's creepy. No,
it's creepy. Can you imagine being on one of those planes? It'd be crazy.
I don't remember who told me the story or most of the story, but someone I know was on a plane where a person died.
God.
And they just kind of like put a blanket over them, because where are they going to fucking put the body? It just has to stay in the seat till you land.
You gotta hope that wasn't a full plane. Was it a full plane?
What's the difference?
Because there's people nearby who would like to move.
Someone sitting down.
Yeah. If someone died, you were sitting in the middle section.
Sure.
Someone died on the row. You're going to at least say, hey, can you at least move him to the middle so I can sit on the aisle?
Yeah.
The very, very least. Then the guy in the window seat's like...
Well, because if you're in the window seat and you have to get out to pee,
you gotta walk over.
You can't get him to move.
No, he's not getting up.
That's so stupid.
Oh boy.
But that was a lot of things about cucumbers. Yeah. I did enjoy it.
I will also, since we're still in the segment, I wanted to do this.
Please
mention a podcast that I have really enjoyed binging over the last 3 days.
Oh hell yeah.
A lot of people probably already know about it. It's a lot more popular than my podcast. In fact, it's probably the most popular podcast out there right now. I have no need to promote it. It's called S-Town, aka Shit-Town.
That's the new cereal thing?
Exactly.
Wait, is that what does the S stand for shit?
It does stand for shit.
Oh, I had no idea.
You listen for about 30 seconds and you find out, so it's not a big spoiler.
Okay.
But it's a hell of a show. That is not. There's a lot of reveals, you know, in the tradition of a serial. But I will say this is more of a real, shockingly twisted story rather than a somewhat manufactured. I hope by the end I'll figure out why this is.
Sure, I did really love season 1 of. Is it called Seasons in podcast?
It is on NPR.
Okay.
Not everywhere.
Sure. I really loved that's bullshit. Just like you promoting this podcast, it's bullshit for me to be like, I loved season 1 of Serial. Because we all did. Everyone did.
Quickly, just right at the end here, I do want to cover some books that I love. I love Moby Dick. Love.
Not getting a lot of press anymore.
No.
You got to keep it in the spotlight.
A Call to Arms.
Who's that by?
I think that's an Ernest Hemingway one.
I was going to guess Bradbury.
Love. I don't
know who that is.
I don't want to dive too deep into the the 10-foot area in the pool, but Great Gatsby, another solid book.
I didn't finish it.
Oh, really?
I read half of it and I was like, I hate this book.
Really? That's
so boring.
I will say that legitimately was one of my favorite books.
Oh, really?
So that one wasn't a joke. That's the end of You're Gonna Love This, which is also the name of the podcast. We are back in the podcast.
So exiting You're Gonna Love This and entering You're Gonna Love This.
Yep. Let's get straight into this interview. I've been holding this guitar. I have no need to hold this.
You can just give little chords like that.
That was my guitar saying goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Should I have done like a doo-doo? Would that have been better for a bye-bye? I didn't. Jake.
A moment's passed.
Jake.
Yes, hey. Adam.
Jake. What's your emotional state? Great job getting in there in front of me. Happy?
That was so embarrassing. Yes.
Jake had a little snafu. It's fine. We're rolling through it.
I name dropped and I hated it.
Let's go.
My emotional state has been good.
I heard before Super LA 3 days. Accurate? Not accurate?
Let's make it 2 days.
2 days? Okay, yeah, we'll change that 3 to 2.
Also, no, I don't. This is gonna sound crazy that I just said I'm very happy because these two things are terrible things.
Okay, wonderful. Let's hear them.
Today, for the first time, honestly, ever in my life, you know, like when it's like traffic that just isn't, like there's like a crash or something.
Right.
And it's like no hours. Yeah.
Literally no movement.
And it's just like you're there until it's over.
Yeah, you have no ability.
That happened to me today. For the first time ever, truthfully. I lived in a small town for 4 years.
Right. Yeah.
I wasn't commuting too hard when I was living in Seattle. So that just felt like it was one of the things where it's like, oh, there's the news helicopters. This is a thing.
So what was that like for you? What was that
I don't
experience?
know. It was fine.
But it
just felt very like, I live in a city.
Well, were you on the way to... How were you late to something important?
Oh, I was late to get home.
Oh, so it was like...
It was... Well, also, I don't care about traffic. Ever.
Sure. But
even if I'm like late to work, a place I could get fired from and make no more money.
You weren't on the way to like meet... let's say let's say John Hamm. You weren't on the way to meet John Hamm.
Sure.
If you were on the way to meet John Hamm, you may worry about traffic.
What am I meeting John Hamm for?
Well, I have to imagine he's interested in your work. He goes to UCB. He digs
around.
your vibe. Yeah.
Sure.
Maybe he's doing a prequel to Mad Men, and he needs somebody to play Don Draper. I think he's like, this guy could do it.
If he's that into my shit, that he's gonna like be like, hey, drive out here. He's fine.
So you're not worried about it.
Wait.
You're gonna keep him waiting for hours.
Yeah, it's a power play. But it's like, no, like I don't know. Guys, I don't know if you know this. Los Angeles, full of traffic.
It's true.
Okay. Guys, so much traffic. Guys.
Everyone. Listeners.
Guys.
Ladies, too.
Folks.
Y'all.
I've been saying, I started saying y'all as a gender inclusive, like, thing.
I've been saying y'all for a while.
And then I moved in with 2 Texans and I feel shitty about it. I feel like they think I'm trying to, like,
be
pretend.
Texan.
Yeah.
I will say, like, I have like adopted a couple words that I don't know where they came from or why I say them. My main way of saying hello to people now is howdy. That's like I would like literally probably 85-90% of the time, howdy is the word I use.
You don't come across as
a howdy sayer.
No, the thing is you do actually, now that I think about it. Yeah? I'm not too shocked. But it's just like it shouldn't work, but I think it would.
Howdy and y'all.
You're a jolly boy.
It's true. I'm a jolly boy.
And that's like a very like
howdy.
Like
it feels good.
You say it sounds like Paula Deen type.
Yeah, no. I'm very people tell me at work a lot that I give off a very Paula Deen vibe.
Which is a bad thing.
Yeah, but they
on the whole.
I would most part. Anywho, you are good. That's the general vibe we're in.
Oh, and the second thing is I saw a dead body last night.
Whoa, what? Okay.
I don't know. It just was like, holy shit, I live in like a place where there's dead bodies.
Jake, that's not enough of an explanation. I need to know more about this.
Walking a half a block from the convenience store to my apartment.
What? And continue, please.
I was about to jaywalk. I was with my roommate. I was about to jaywalk. And
oh my God.
There was a police car. And we were like, do they care about jaywalking?
Right.
And I said, they have more important things to deal with in a 1-block radius of here, which was not true until I knew that shouldn't have been true. Like I live in a relatively safe area. It's like there's no crazy shit going on, really. And then they pull up and get out, and there's a dude laying face first in the grass.
Oh my God.
It was insane. It was really fucked up.
I can't believe that.
And then I saw them like half-assedly. This is upsetting, I feel like, to talk about. But I'm not going to get into too many.
No. This is the real shit.
I didn't see I was like across the street.
That's close enough. That's plenty close enough. Man.
So I didn't see any gruesome detail. It wasn't a murder, which I'm super happy about because I don't have to be scared when I go home tonight.
Good to hear.
Right?
It's not good news either way.
A person's still dead. It seemed, dare I say, casual.
Casual.
Like it seemed like Like in the grand scheme, I don't know.
Finish the thought.
I'm not a sociopath. I'm not a sociopath.
Okay, yeah, I'm glad.
I'm very sad.
Listeners at home, neither of us are sociopaths. We are empathetic, sad men who.
What sociopaths would say. Truthfully,
it's very true. They would preface all of their stuff with not a sociopath.
Yeah, they're good at faking emotion.
Same time, I would say you can go and listen to that episode after Trump got elected. I was very sad that episode. So you have my proof.
That's your evidence of not being a sociopath. I love
That's what I got. I feel like that's good. I feel like sociopaths love Donald Trump. I feel like that's one of his main demos is like sociopaths are all about it.
How many do you think there are? Do you think like percentage-wise in this nation?
I remember the stat being somewhere in the like 1 to 5% range, something like that.
Sure, that seems reasonable.
So like 1 in 20, somewhere between 1 in 20 and 1 in 100.
That's a lot of people, though.
It is.
Like that means so many people I know probably are.
Well, a lot of them are dumb. A lot of them are dumb. Like that's the thing. People think all sociopaths are like,
conniving little. Like,
like getting to the top of the org charts everywhere they go.
The what chart?
Organization. I'm shortened it. Sorry, I am a part of startup culture now. I use these.
Wait, I'm sorry.
Small words.
You mean like
organization charts. Move up that chart. Get from the start at the bottom. Move up the
okay, cool.
The organization charts, for those of you at home who don't know, are generally organized with the CEOs near the top. Akin to a pyramid system.
Sure.
It does not mean that every corporation is a pyramid scheme. That's just...
I bet an argument could be made that that's the case.
It could. It would be a bad, dumb argument.
I'm not the one who's going to make it.
So would you say...
So those two things are very incongruous. Incongruous?
Yeah. That's okay, though. So despite those two events,
those were just two really... I mean, that first one wasn't that crazy, but that second one was fucking insane.
Yeah.
Despite, like... Yeah, I'm having fun. I'm living my life.
That's good. Do you think there's any part of it that's like I think this will sound harsh.
I said at least it wasn't a murder. So like it can't sound that harsh.
I think that there's kind of there's something funny and something also like desperate and sad about seeing a dead person. Not funny, not because like it's funny that
worse than the thing I said.
Not funny because they're like it's funny that somebody died.
Yeah, that's a bad bit.
It's not a bit. This is
I'm saying dying is a bad bit.
Oh god, yeah, that's a terrible. Don't do that as a bit. You will not make anybody laugh. Mm-hmm. You will upset everyone, and you won't even be there. I mean, I guess it's good anyway. But you're like, it's a bit of a life affirmation. Like you're kind of like, I mean, it's horrible and awful, but you're like, you're alive.
Okay, sure.
Like it's you see it and you're like, that I know what life is now. Like you're aware of living in that moment.
Yeah.
Like more so than you are the second after you scrub your eyes open in the morning. You know,
like this is like, I'm not dead.
Like you know that in that moment.
I just want to make very clear, I'm not happy because I saw a dead person. I just feel like I need to reiterate that again. But yeah, no, it was also as like I realized like that's the first time I've seen a dead person, which is like good, but also it's like how have I not like no open casket funerals? I don't know where else. Yeah. No car wrecks.
Man. Well, so I have
Sorry for making your podcast so dark.
It's okay. We talked about death for a while. Let's talk about music.
Okay, let's talk about music.
Jake, you told me you had some better answers than last time. I don't remember what your answers were last time, but you said that you felt like you had some better things to say about music.
So I walked, about a year ago, I walked out of this room.
Yeah.
I was like, I fucked that up. I disagree with everything I said. Today I listened back because I was like, I need to correct the record.
Totally. Okay, please.
I didn't really disagree with anything I said, actually. I didn't convey the things I thought well enough, but I don't know if I can today either.
All right.
We'll see what happens.
That's okay. Let's see. What have you been listening to recently,
Jake?
Yeah.
I have lately, as of late, I have 2 speeds.
Okay.
It is fun, like female-led, like happy music.
Okay.
There's a band, I do not believe they're still a band, called the All Girls Summer Fun Band.
Okay.
And they are so very fun. And they're another band I've been listening to a lot called Always, but it's like 2 V's.
Ooh, I like that.
I don't know. And those are both like very like, it's good for like a sunny day, you know?
Yeah, which there's a lot of in Los Angeles. Yeah.
Like not maybe too hot sunny day. But it's like, yeah, you're just walking down the street.
Yeah.
And then my other speed, I talked about this last time as well, not that anyone gives a shit, is folk. Music again. I don't know. I've been on a second folk kick.
Okay, you've re-kicked.
I've re-kicked.
You kicked out and then you re-kicked.
I don't know as much about that genre as I want to because I don't know any people that listen to it like seriously.
Yeah.
Which I feel like you get together and you listen and you chat and then you know things about stuff. Mm-hmm. I don't really know much.
I will say I think my musical like what I'm able to produce right now on the podcast most of the time falls into something like a folky type thing.
And I'm talking like
please finish the sentence. Because of that, sorry. I try not to listen to too much folk music because I don't want to get like overly influenced by like whatever the modern shit is. So I mean, you know, I'm not the person to have the conversation with.
Sure, exactly. Yeah, it's hard. I don't know. And like I mean like I don't give a I don't know what a modern folk band would be. But like,
or what have you been listening to?
Like,
that's all I care about.
I really love me some Jimmy Rogers. I'm trying to get more not white dude folk artists
for sure.
And I'm at like 1, but I'm at like 3 white guys. So it's like the numbers.
The numbers are okay.
Yeah, it's like fine, but it's like I know it's out there. I just don't know how to access it. Mm-hmm. Maybe a radio station, but I don't know what that radio station would be.
Yeah, KEXP in Seattle would have helped you, but we're not there anymore.
What was the American Swinging Doors? No, they had that show that was like
they had a lot of great shows.
Yeah, bluegrass. But yeah, so Jimmy Rogers and Lead Belly are like my 2 like folk. So it's 2 of each.
Well, and again
2 and 2.
So these are 4 bands that I haven't heard before.
Perfect. Helpful.
Very, very typical on the show. Let's talk. What's up with Jimmy Rogers and Lead Bellies? What's that all about? What draws you to that music?
Ooh, I don't know. Fuck. Well, I don't.
You immediately are you feeling like this is going to be another podcast that you're not going to be able to convey yourself?
Well, I already know I can't convey what I want. Because those 2 seem like more able to produce. So oh my god, what is it?
Let's talk about his lyrics. Let's start there.
Sure.
What are his songs about usually?
Jeez, the fun thing about like a Jimmy Rogers song is it's all about like I'm going to a place. I'm in love with a lady. I'm like I don't. My third example was a placeholder.
Yeah, you'll get back to it. We'll get back to it. Yeah.
But it's like I don't know. It's like very simple and like. I think last time I had said like I like because the song was very vague. That was the entire.
That's right. Yeah, it was. It was a very vague song.
It was called Vague Song.
That's right.
You titled it.
I did.
Whereas Jimmy Rogers is like he's not hiding shit.
Okay, it's specific. Like, is it real? Does it necessarily have to be real, or is it just like a? I mean, it feels real.
Well, also, it harkens back to like that time period. I don't know what decade happened when. Well, I know what decade happened when. I don't know what happened in what decade.
It's a song that feels like it's in the past.
Well, because it was, it was like he was like probably like the one album I really listened to of Jimmy Rogers is "Waiting for a Train." It's like, and there's a song "Waiting for a Train."
Okay,
and I think he probably at one point was waiting for a train.
Yeah,
didn't have any money. It was kind of to walk or whatever.
Great.
So it's like shit like that where it's like you're not pulling any punches. You're saying the thing that's happening. There's something fun in like folk music, especially fun about that.
Okay.
And I think, Lead Belly is a lot sadder. He's a very sad man. And it's like, I don't know.
We've been talking about a lot of sad shit today, Jake. It's okay if I write you a sad song. I feel like it would be almost strange if I went. I feel like if I went like female, if I went like through
the all girl summer fun band.
You know what? How about this? Let's take the lyrics from the Lead Bellies and let's try to combine it with like the music of these girl groups.
Oh, that
like,
sounds.
Does that sound like it would be a perfect song or the worst song in the world?
I'm trying to picture it. I don't know. I think it would be funnier to take like all girl summer fun band lyrics and put them over Lead Bellies.
Okay, cool. What are the summer fun lyrics like?
There's a song called Lip Smacker Kiss. It's like a love song to that, like lip gloss. It's like that over just like heart wrenching.
Okay, so it's literally like a song that you would imagine like. Not like a 13-year-old girl would listen to, but like a 13-year-old girl would like write.
A cool one. A cool 13-year-old girl would like
write this song.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the punk kids.
Sweet.
You know the the kid. Like the precocious like
I don't want to get
too schooly.
I don't want to get too male gazy over here.
Okay.
Well,
we're two men, so.
Yeah, we are two men.
Start.
What are these all right, let me start this over. What do these babes look like, Jakey? That's what I want to know.
Wait, what?
What do these babes? What do these babes look like, Jake?
You really nailed the male gaze in voice.
I feel bad.
I don't know.
Okay, good.
I truly don't know.
All right. I don't know why I asked.
I know the album covers.
Is it like
cartoon?
For some reason, I was thinking like, is it like I don't know, Spice Girls-y? Like, what is this? What is this vibe?
Like,
what is this vibe?
Damn, what is it? It's just very like, ooh, God.
Oh, that voice is not going to do good things for my singing voice later. That was a bad choice on my part.
Yeah, you went to town.
I went to town.
What is the vibe? I think it's the title sums it up very well. All girl summer fun bands.
All girl summer fun band.
It's like that is. I don't know. It's so like,
and it's like a lot of chimey, tingly, shiny kind of sounds. Like, is it?
Well, it's like just like a whatever, like 3-piece band. It's like very much like a
kind of like a Hanson type band. Maybe
I don't know what Hanson is.
They did Mbop. Do you remember that song?
I'm gonna guess no. I'm gonna guess like. If like a punk band was happy.
Oh, more punk.
I don't mean like hardcore. I mean like if the Pixies were happy.
We're talking like I believe the genre you're looking for is something like a power pop or a pop punk. Those are
no, I don't think I am. Well, like if that was less whiny, perhaps.
So yeah, we're
so like if you took the Pixies, and you were like less anger, more fun, less screechy guitar, more just guitar.
Great.
I think that's kind of the.
It's not in your face necessarily.
No, it's just like do 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 do.
Here's a song.
It's like
here's a song. It's about some fun stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah. We're gonna take those lyrics. We're gonna put it over some Jimmy Rogers and the Lead Bellies. That sounds like would be something like your perfect song, right? Would you enjoy that?
It's gonna be very funny if you do it.
I think we're gonna like it.
The lyrics to Lip Smacker Kiss over Good Night Irene sounds incredible.
Yeah. Let's. Oh boy, yeah. Let's just do this. We're good. Yeah, we're doing it. We're a little over time at this interview segment, so we're gonna get out of here. And when we come back, I will be singing my song for Mr. Jake Betterman. Bye guys. Bye guys. Bye guys. Bye guys. Bye.
Bye.
So welcome everybody to You're Gonna Love This. This is the commercial segment. Normally here I would play you a clip from the Cult. We've known them as the Algorithm Boys. Yeah, let me just quickly explain. So the Algorithm Boys, they was things that I got from a hacker friend of mine from UW. He sends me these files. They're pertinent to this podcast because they're talking about us, and so I want to play them. But my guest this week, Jake Betterman, for the I think fourth time now, has not you, but fourth time in a row on this podcast recording now. Sorry, I'm flustered. You've refused to let me use this commercial.
Wait, there's others that are refusing as well?
Yeah. It feels like it's been a while now that everybody has said they don't like it.
I think that should be a sign to you.
I don't know.
I'm sorry, your hacker friend?
I don't want to talk about it. If you wanted to talk about it, then maybe we would have just done it normal, and we wouldn't have done this.
No,
segment.
it's fucking. No, I don't want. It's.
What?
Wait, so you're talking with the algorithm chanting?
Yeah, those guys.
They're like, is it like about the like iTunes algorithm?
No,
it took me 2 minutes to realize it was plugging your podcast.
All right, well, it's not.
I was in the car, so I couldn't skip around. Yeah, I was driving.
Sorry guys. I told you probably most people skipped that one, but in the pre-episode, episode 0, I talked about how I have a hacker buddy who sends me these files of this cult that they're from Cave in Rock, Illinois. And they are servants
to the police.
They're servants to the Eldritch.
Send those to the police. Don't put them in your fucking podcast.
Right, fine, whatever. It seemed they were saying if people didn't subscribe, at the very least
have a different podcast about that. Don't shoehorn that shit into your already premised podcast.
Guys, like and subscribe to You're Gonna Love This on iTunes and SoundCloud. I'm just not.
There's already a premise here.
I'm just not engaging. iTunes and SoundCloud, you can comment on a podcast if you send in a comment or a review.
Halfway through a movie, there was a different movie.
Send in your comment.
No, a whole album played, no video. It's okay. You're in the theater. You're watching Get Out.
Send in your comment.
The screen goes black.
My GLT podcast.
What album is it?
Gmail.com.
Oh, give me a minute.
YGLT podcast at gmail.com. Subject line, goofed ya with my review.
It's Doolittle by the Pixies. Plays in its fucking entirety. It's a good album. It's a good movie. But they don't go together.
You get a free song. Let's just go back to the podcast, I feel like we're in a weird energy.
Don't do the algorithm thing.
All right, fine. I'm glad that we recorded this after the podcast, by the way, because I can't imagine.
I'm mad at you.
All right. Bye. Any of them.
Okay.
They're all the same.
Same one or the other one?
Green.
Green in.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Mm-hmm. All right. I have to. I'm like, why can't I hear myself? Is it because you haven't plugged yourself in, you fucking idiot?
For some reason, I thought something was going to change for me when you plugged that in. But
no, it was the same.
Why would it?
It was the same. Okay. Okay.
Getting settled.
Welcome back, everybody, to You're Gonna Love This. Jake, how was your time in the bathroom? I didn't ask you before, not because you had been on before, just because I forgot. You have heard Cars by Gary Newman because you were on my podcast before. Uh-huh. How was your time in the bathroom on this occasion?
About as bad as the first one. A friend had sent me an article I was trying to read, and I couldn't tell you a damn thing about that. I was the entire, what was it, like 11 minutes?
Yeah, it's about 11 minutes.
The entire 11 minutes I was in
trying
there.
to read it?
I was trying to read it.
Couldn't.
I'm like halfway down the page of it, but I don't know anything.
Great.
God, my brain feels so.
Well, are you ready to?
This torture, yeah.
You ready to hear a new song?
I'm so excited.
All right, great. So, Jake, the only thing I need you to do now is...
You want to flip it back?
Do it.
Okay. Oh, shit. There it is.
Okay. Alrighty. Excuse me, burps all over the place.
You
God.
okay?
Yeah, just got to get those burpees out before we start. I'm dry heaving. That's what's going on. I'm about to... I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous about this, Jake. It's not that bad because it's like just. I'm not.
Proto-puke.
But in the fair enough. I'm gonna play you my song now.
I'm so nervous.
Okay. Tick tock, the clock don't stop. summer seconds away. Toss your book, say goodbye to Brooks, 'cause now it's time to play. We're gonna shop all night, shop all day. Malls and stars, Amazon and eBay. Anything I want can be mine. Come on, it's summertime. Summertime. Summertime is the best time in the world. Nothing beats hanging at the beach with your girls. Summertime is the best time in the world. Nothing beats hanging at the beach with your girls. Shopping's done, we've had our fun. Time to hit the waves. Grab your sparklers, there's a sea-based rave. We're gonna swim all night, fish and fins. No one will give us a fright. Every day's a win. Summertime's the greatest time in the world. Nothing beats hanging at the beach with your girls. Summertime is the greatest time in the world. Nothing beats hanging at the beach with your girls. Come on. It's summertime. All right, Jake, you can switch that over.
Do people clap generally?
People,
it feels weird.
You do whatever you need to do, baby. There's your song, Jake.
Polite.
There's that song.
You.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's always. I'd say always like I've been here a ton of times, so this is number 2. It's always like, oh shit, Adam can sing again. It's like always like, because he can. You can. I forget what the second thing was.
Can I play guitar? Is that the second one?
No.
Okay.
I mean, that's cool.
Sure.
I'm proud of you.
All right. Any other thoughts? Any beyond 1 and 2?
Sorry. Do you want to do you mean dive right into the
let's just
feedback? What do you want? What do you want from me?
Yeah. Let's just talk about it. How was what was that? Was that what you expected?
Not even close.
Really? What? Okay. What was?
I don't. But the thing is, I couldn't in my brain mash up the two things that even with like it. It was such a challenge in my brain.
If you say
combine these things
percentage-wise, what percentage did I bring over from the girl groups that you wanted? What percentage did I bring over from Jimmy Rogers that you wanted?
I'm going to tell you right now.
Yeah.
Not perfect. But,
okay. I wasn't asking that.
I know, but here's the thing.
Are we saying this is a somewhere in between?
Well, I don't want to give the end rating before the end of the
fair enough. Yeah, so let's not spoil it. That song was either somewhere in between or terrible. We shall find out.
But it's like for it to have been an appropriate percentage. Wait.
Ooh.
Okay. Ooh, fuck.
This is a tough thought.
It's. I don't. I don't want to be.
Listeners at home, Jake is staring up into the ceiling, racking his brain, trying to figure out this sentence.
Office ceiling in your.
Your
apartment.
My apartment is more akin to a hospital waiting room.
Sure.
Feel than anything else.
Oh, also, just really quick on the note of Cars by Gary Newman.
Yeah.
it felt a lot more appropriate to be in a tiny room listening to it than out here.
Okay,
that was good.
Because, yes, I will say, big change since episode 1. I think it was the only episode where I did this. I went into the bathroom to record.
Well, I didn't know what was back there, so I just kind of was like, there's a big room. But you were just in there.
Right.
In a tiny room with a guitar.
It's a very small room.
I'm glad you don't do that anymore.
Yeah, I didn't do that. I'm going to just put this down. I've been making a lot of notes there. Okay. I've upgraded. The first episode, I had a tiny little pad of paper that I was writing on. I couldn't.
You're making improvements.
I have. A lot of serious technical.
It's been like, what, almost a year? 6 months.
It's been 32 episodes, man. That's, I try to do one a week. Don't quite get there. That's a lot of months. That's 6+ months.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. A lot of
Time
stuff.
for improvement.
8, 9, maybe. I haven't done the math.
About the song, sorry, I really derailed myself.
It's okay.
And you.
Yeah. You took the time to mull over the sentence you needed. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can see that you've got it cooked. I'm not sure if
that's true.
You cooked it up, and you've got it now, and you're ready to say it.
I don't know. It's like, I'm in the middle of a fucking sentence.
That was a bad picture anyway.
The lighting was insane.
Yeah, you want to turn that light off behind you?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm taking a picture of my guest while he was saying that.
I'll not get distracted this time.
No, don't. Just enjoy the moment.
It's like I don't know. So lyrically, it's
that's a great picture.
I can't tell if the lyrics were like
what you actually needed
or not.
Really?
But were those lyrics that were they
I see what you're saying.
Were they by a female artist? Would I be like, that's fun and chill?
Uh-huh.
You know, I don't know.
Right.
Is it you doing it that I can't speak to that?
I'll tell you, Jake.
Man.
I'll take that criticism. I will counter argument.
Please.
You told me one of the songs was a love letter to lip gloss.
Yeah.
I talked about shopping. I feel like that's in the avenue.
Yeah. No. Yeah. You were definitely. I'm not.
But you're
saying you fucked up.
You're worrying that you've given me a sexist thing to do.
Sure.
Okay.
You had your damn work cut out for you when I was like when these are the lyrics. Like this is the subject matter.
Right. I mean, I will say
that's a journey.
Didn't talk about death. Like, I feel comfortable. Like, we stayed away from sadder shit that we could have talked about.
Sure.
So, but
we talked about death for a long time, and you didn't sing about it, which is good.
I feel like, it was a good choice, and also a great choice to bring it back up in case anybody had forgotten.
I don't know. So it wasn't. But I don't have the words or the language.
It made you feel a little icky. Did it make you feel a little icky?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
It's just. All Girl Summer Fun Band wouldn't sing about that. It was like that kind of.
Sure.
No, but it's like.
Yeah.
But it's like, but why the fuck would you know that? Like, they only have one album on Spotify, but it's like, I've listened to that. It's like 15 minutes long.
Right.
So I've listened to it.
Straight through.
A billion times.
Can you give me, what's the chorus to that song about lip gloss?
Fuck.
Any of the words in it.
I'm trying to. Okay, so. It starts off, it's like, this is like a. Okay, so it's lip smack or kiss. You're the one that I miss. Sorry.
Ooh.
What was that?
I don't know. We've heard something. There maybe there's some police officers in my building or something.
Why do we hear it?
Okay, Jake, we're going to try something. Okay, something new on the podcast. We're going to turn the gain all the way up and see if we can pick up any of the stuff. Be very quiet. All right. I think they've gone away. I think this was a mistake.
Wait, that was so creepy.
It was very creepy, and I don't think anybody at home heard it. And so I think this is a bad idea.
It sounded like I was in a movie.
It did.
Like this.
Wait. I hope somebody at home heard that. Okay, let's turn this back up.
Wait, when I take the headphones off, I can't hear anything.
I know.
Okay, are we gonna be normal again?
Yeah, we're back to normal. Okay, guys. Sorry about that. That was so weird.
Are we gonna die?
I don't think so.
We talked about it enough that it would be appropriate.
Yeah, it's true. Oh my god, guys. Hopefully Hopefully you hear this, because we may be about to get
this is found footage.
Holy
this
shit.
is one of those. Wait, time out. Quick pitch.
Yeah.
You can delete this if you want. Found footage pod. That's a bad idea.
Definitely not deleting that. That was gold. That was amazing.
But it's like a Blair Witch project, but like I don't know how it would work.
Hey, no, I get it. It would be really cool. Like there's one of the parts of my podcast is kind of like that, the commercial segment. But you you actually anyway, the guests that everybody listening heard. Anyway, we'll move on. So
yeah, I don't lip smack or kiss. You're the one that I missed. Something about leaving the lip gloss in the locker over. So yeah, you're not wrong.
But
it's just for some reason I'm like,
it struck you as struck. Okay, that's fine.
I'm sure there's a song about.
Hey,
I don't know if there's
Jake,
a song about shopping. Yeah.
It's my job to get it perfect.
Yeah.
And if I didn't do it, it's your job to tell me.
I still don't know why. This is such a...
it's okay. This is a finicky thing.
Challenge.
But how did I do on the Jimmy Rogers part of it? I don't know what he sounds like, so I don't know how well I did on that section.
You did, I'd say, solid, like, modern sad folk.
Okay.
I don't know much about that, though, so I can't really speak to that. But from, like... I don't know much about original sad folk either, to truth be told. But I don't know. Well, because you're not a sad person, I feel like that plays into it too. It's like these people, like Lead Belly especially. He was a tortured man. He was in jail for many years, and the governor heard him playing guitar and was like, "Pardon that guy."
Oh wow!
I'm gonna say Louisiana.
Okay,
it's back.
It's back. We're not
going to do it.
We're not doing it. I'm sorry.
It was so fun.
It was, but
and then the governor was like, "Pardon him. Why is he in jail?" And they're like, "He killed a guy." It's like, pardon him anyway.
Wow.
Because he's a great performer.
Sure.
But so you don't have that sadness within you.
I don't have that life experience.
Can you imagine if you did? You wouldn't be doing this fucking podcast.
No,
you'd be doing that shit.
I would be probably on the road again.
Sure.
Jack.
That's a very happy song.
Kerouac.
Wait, time out. Wait, fucking shut the fuck up.
Dharma Bums.
Is On the Road Jack? Hit the road, Jack. Is that about Kerouac?
No, you've completely mistaken what the song is called.
Is it, though?
No, of course not.
Okay, hit me. What's that song about?
I think it's about like a dude who like cheated on his wife.
And don't you come back no more.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. I thought about the next.
Knocked over some shit
all over.
He's all good, guys.
I was so excited for that to be about Kerouac.
So it wasn't perfect. Made you laugh a little bit.
Sure, no, it was fun.
Yeah.
Well, those two genres coming together.
Yeah, whether I got either of them perfect.
Whole, you hit both genres,
but I just didn't do it with enough accuracy for you to give it a perfect. I didn't hit your specific targets within those two genres the way that you wanted.
Because it was fun as hell.
Okay,
Don't
great.
get me wrong.
Hey.
And I hate that this rating system,
Jake,
is perfect.
Somewhere in between.
And terrible.
Well, what I hated, and the reason why I changed it, was getting things that felt like they weren't perfect because people felt like they had to say it was perfect. And I think, to a certain degree, when you create a podcast where you ask people, was this perfect or not, there is a pressure to say, yes, it was perfect.
Have people told you the song was perfect?
My previous guest on the official version of the podcast, Cooper Mack, he told me that he felt pressured to give me a perfect because he didn't, but he told me he felt pressured to because of the form. And I
what
took
was
that
the
criticism.
rating system before?
Perfect, not perfect. Done.
Oh.
So in my mind, and again, I don't want to talk about that much. So I've split not perfect into somewhere in between and terrible.
Sure.
That's how I picture it.
Okay. So when I was shitting on it earlier, it's actually an incredible idea. It's actually, I was shitting on it not going far enough. Like, I agree wholeheartedly with that change. Somewhere in between, baby.
Great. Somewhere in between. That's my new sweet spot. Like, that's really what I like.
Great place to be.
Because I think, that's how much art is perfect. The answer that I was trying to give with the original premise of this podcast is none of it. None of it's perfect, but that doesn't matter because you make it and you have fun doing it. And people can enjoy shit that's not perfect. That's easy to do. You do it every day.
Well, that's also the thing is I don't know how to act in this bit because it's like, it was good and I loved it.
Great.
But I don't know. And then I feel like such a dick when I'm like,
no.
Here's what was wrong. Like,
That's what the podcast is, though.
I know, but it's like, I don't know. I feel like I'm hurting you.
Jake,
and I don't want to.
Do you see hurt on me right now?
No, you look very happy.
Describe me.
You raised your eyebrows at me.
I did, yeah.
You're smiling. You're intently looking. You're in a fun pose.
Okay, yeah. What? Describe the pose.
You're leaning forward, tips of toes, hands, knees and elbows near touching.
Yep.
Hands in like a prayer or a fish position, depending on how you want to look at, if like you're secular or whatever.
Okay.
And you're kind of wiggling.
Accurate.
Kind of bouncy. Which is all very fun things.
Let's do some plugs.
I wish I was sitting in this position that I'm now sitting in for the entire podcast. I feel like I would have been more fun and saucy.
Yeah, right before plugs, I will describe Jake. Jake has his right foot crossed over his left. His left buttocks is exposed. He is his left thigh is kind of draped across the front of the chair.
Yeah.
In kind of one of those poses you might imagine a superhero lady going into, so that you could see her butt. It looks like it's not quite natural, but it's like
it's super comfy.
It's like a human pose, but it's like he's trying to show off. He's got his arm draped over his right knee. He's got his watch hanging jauntily there. His wrist is kind of droopy, and he's got his hand up against his cheek. And scrubbing his little beardy.
I just feel very saucy right now, and I wish, can we redo it?
You look saucy.
Can we redo the whole podcast with me in this position?
Plugs? I wish we could. Yeah, plugs, Jake. What do you got to plug?
Probably nothing.
Oh wait, I've been doing I did on the last one.
Oh,
I'm gonna do it too.
Plug song?
I'm just gonna play underneath you while you do this.
Oh, that's so much pressure. Oh damn, this is fun. This is pressure. Plugs? Probably none. I don't know when I have shows. Sometimes. Follow me on Twitter. Wait, this is fun. This is fun with the music. You can find me on Twitter at Jake Bette. That's Bette, like Betty Davis, Bette Midler, the esteemed Bette Midler. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Venmo. Both have the same name. I try to treat Venmo as if it were social media. I don't know, whatever. Fuck you. I'm running out of it.
You can find me. You can find me on Twitter at Mushkatel. That's my name.
Clean. Just your last name is the whole thing.
Yeah.
That's very sexy.
I'm pretty much the only Adam Mushkatel online, so really, if you want to find me, just search my name.
There's a ton of other ones, but they're not on the web.
It's possible.
They're all off the grid.
Yeah. As long as you know how to spell my name, which is in the description of this podcast, so I'm not going to spell it for you.
Sure.
I'll give you a hint, though. The thing you do at a rave, plus a house animal is not a dog.
Okay.
Plus the Spanish word for the... masculine.
Sweatfishla.
That's my name.
Sweatfishla.
That's how I spell it.
Was that a fun?
Yeah, that was a fun. You can also find my improv troupe, Dad Jokes. What kind of things can you find us at?
I think you have a Facebook.
We do have a Facebook.
Facebook.com/.
That's actually spelled .CAAHM. Facebook.com/dadjokescomedy. We post all our shows there. We do shows fairly often. I should probably remember to write down our dates before recording my podcast.
Sure.
I should probably spend some time writing songs for more than 12 minutes at a time.
There's a lot of things we all should do. I shouldn't have dropped out of college.
Yeah, I should. But that's a shouldn't, not a should.
Okay, I should do laundry 4 days ago.
Oh yeah, I should do laundry right now and 4 days ago also. That's not a plug. I think I'm out of plugs, but
you're not gonna plug laundry. I'm out of plugs. Because there's nowhere you can find my team online. And we don't have like a... Come see improv.
Yeah, all right, guys. Guess that's a good episode. You're going to love this. Jake, thanks for coming back.
Thanks for having me back. I'm always happy.
Yeah, me too. Even when we encounter death, we remain happy. It's just sitting that.
Do you think I'm going to have like a breakdown about that soon? Like,
I don't know.
I shouldn't have stopped going to my therapist.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Bye.
Bye.
Wait, let's quickly turn that up again, and see if we can hear anything.
I think we can hear this light. Is that possible?
I don't know.
No, I was wrong.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.